Hey tribe, Sally here. Here's what we got going on today. I promised a mounting and dismounting demonstration. So here's what happens. You actually get the whole thing. We're going to start with loading up Mr. Kit.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
Come here, you want to go for a ride? Yes, you do. Come here. 1, 2, 3. So we put Mr. Kit in the carrier all the way in, thank you. And then we connect him to the carrier and disconnect him from his leash because I don't want to take a chance on it like dragging behind or anything like that. Sorry, I was just looking to make sure that I'm recording, and I am, by microphone and not by talking from a distance. Now, I don't think it makes any difference which side you get on from. I always stand on the left side of the bike. This is how I've done it ever since I was a child, so this is how I do it. But I guess if you've got some kind of impairment, you could certainly do it from the other side. And I'm going to lock my brake levers, so my brakes are locked, so the bike's not moving. See, the wheels aren't going to turn. Sorry, Kit, didn't mean to upset you there. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop right on. Now, I can do this pretty easily. I can stand on one pedal and just put my leg through. That's one way. Or, alternatively, like if I want to get off, I can put my foot on the ground and I can just stand steadily and bring this foot up and over. Now, I'm going to mention a few things for you. Let me come around to this side so I can point. This is a water bottle cage. This could potentially interfere. This is an aftermarket thing. You don't have to have it. I just put it on there so that I've got a place to carry a water bottle if I want to. So you can use that or not use something like this as you choose. If you are mobility impaired, you probably don't want this here. It does kind of interfere with where your foot's going to go unless you've got the ability to lift it up and over. But without this, I mean, you don't have to get it very far off the ground. And there is no reason, especially with the brakes locked, not to step on the pedal and get yourself higher up so you don't have to put your foot as far over to get on. Let me see if I can do that from the other side so you can see it better. This will be interesting because I've never tried mounting a bike from this side and it feels completely unnatural to me. So same thing, I've got my outer foot on the pedal and I'm going to stand on that pedal. See how, I mean, that's all the higher I got to be able to get my foot. And again, without the water bottle cage, there wouldn't be any interference there. And then from this point, this is how I get started. So first I'm taking the emergency brakes off, releasing the brakes. And now I actually do use the throttle to get moving just a little bit. I start off in the lowest pedal assist mode and just press the throttle. And here we go, just like this. And then I can start pedaling. Let me see if I can come back towards you now. It's got a very nice tight turning radius. So we're going to take the trash for a ride. You want to come along? Yeah, let's come along. All right, here we go now. Look at this beautiful blue sky. We've had a fair amount of clouds going on over the past week or so, really. So it's kind of nice to have some bright sunny days today. Not sure if you can see him yet, but out there basically straight ahead of me is our friend and neighbor Jim. And his kitty. He's got his kitty out. Look at the kitty. There you go. Get your feet back inside. Uh-huh. Hi, kitty.
This is Bella.
Hi, Bella. Do you want to say hi to YouTube? Say hi to YouTube, Bella. Hi. You need to put your feet back inside. Thank you. Sorry, Rufus. There's our friend Rufus.
Rufus, enough.
He can't help it. All right, we won't annoy you guys. We'll see you later.
Yep.
All righty. Okay, you ready, Kit? See you later, Rufus. Sorry, you're getting a weird view, but I keep kind of turning around, trying to look at Kit. I think I might have him twisted a little bit. Tell you what, I'm going to get down here just a little bit, and then we'll stop and take a look at Kit. I need to finish adjusting my left-hand mirror. My right-hand mirror is pretty good. All right, I think we're safe here. Let's pull over for a moment and check out Kit. So every time you stop, or every time I stop, I put the brakes on just to make sure it's not going to roll away. Let me see what's going on here with you, Kit. Oh yeah, that's what's going on. Your leg is stuck. You okay? You okay? There's our Kit. Yes, my good boy. Can you sit, please? Good job. Good job. And I forgot to turn my computer back on. There we go. And of course, now the wind's kicking up. This is what happened this morning. Oh, not going to go anywhere with the brakes on, guys. There we go. Got super windy, very cloudy this morning, and it was looking like the day was going to be a bust. But then we get this. And how beautiful is this, huh? Hard to beat it. Okay, so we're going to get over here and dump our trash. And I think I'm going to go the short route this time. I don't know if I've done that before, but I know you guys have seen plenty of this, and I don't really have anything useful to share with you at the moment. So I'll pick this up a little bit later, when hopefully I do have something fairly useful to say. So this is the wash that I can't go down. Actually, going this way isn't too bad, but coming the other way, I can't do it with my trike carrier down because it's just too steep. But I can do it on the trike, and I can do it with the trike carrier in its upright position. And perhaps, well, that's bumpy. Perhaps I'll remember to show you the trike carrier in its upright position, because I don't think I've shown you that. And Jim, that we just saw out walking his pretty kitty Bella, helped me work on that yesterday, because it was a little, it was binding. And we still have a binding issue, but I think we're going to be able to get that resolved pretty easily. So for right now, we're using 2 pins instead of 1 pin and the bolt and self-locking nut that it came with originally. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people in line for the dump station, 2 people at the dump station. And we are heading for the dumpsters. Can I cross? Yeah. So we're going to roll on up to the dumpsters. And by the way, I'm not using any throttle. And on this trike, unlike previous e-bikes that I've had, the pedal assist really is there to help. It kind of acts like being able to shift gears does on other bikes. All right, let's get the trash. Which was quite a project to get on here, because this box is probably at the limit of what I can get the netting around. But there goes the trash. Let's re-secure the cargo net so that that doesn't go flying away. Just like that. And there's still lots of people in line for water. I might end up having to go pay for water next time. We'll see how that goes. And I guess we'll go back through this other wash. And then I don't have to cross over the speed bump again. Or go down the steeper wash. Oh, I guess that was a Concorde. Sorry about the running around in circles. I wanted to see what kind of RV that was. Yeah, you can see the sun's still pretty high in the sky. It's, I think about 3:30 now. And as a reminder, one of my early discoveries with the trike is that the three wheels seem to make it steer less cleanly than a bicycle would, if that makes sense. It kind of feels like it wanders across some of these ruts and stuff. And that's okay. It's not causing any big issues. So here are our telephone poles. Now there's a couple of TP style tents there. Nice, and a spring bar. Yeah, personally, I just can't imagine doing this in a tent, but that's me. And if that's what you like, and or if that's all you've got, you know, more power to you. Better to do something than nothing. And I guess I'll point out as well, even though I've mentioned it before, if you, just because you're missing a big rock with your front tire, doesn't mean you're going to miss it with your rear tires. So you got to think about what your total width is as you're positioning yourself. And here, I'm just going to cut across. This wash over here on the right is the one we went out on. And I don't know how easily you can read the terrain, especially looking into the sun. But this is another one of those places where it kind of wants to wander a little bit. Hey, I will pick you up probably when we get back to camp. How about that? Okay, so I'm just going to go ride around for a few minutes because I want my odometer to trip over to 30 miles. Because I really feel like I haven't had the opportunity to ride as much as I had intended to here. And this is another interesting thing, guys. We do a lot of walking, Kit and I. You're still back there, right? Okay, good. We do a lot of walking, but this is a whole different set of leg muscles compared to the ones that we use for walking. So multiple kinds of activity are definitely a good idea. Right, Kit? And I don't know if I've taken you out to show you the road yet, so we're gonna do that. I'll show you what I got in mind. I'm not gonna do it yet today because it's getting a little bit breezy and I'm starting to get a little bit chilly. But I'll show you how I plan to get into town when I finally get to do that. Because I walked out here while I was waiting for my new tube to show up to see if this was going to be doable or not, and I think it will be. Traffic's a little dicey. Very bumpy right through there. A little bit downhill. I'm actually not pedaling and not throttling. So I'm going to come up over here, see if we can see this. Well, we're looking directly into the sun, so that's not awesome. But looking across the street there, see where that trailer is? It says for sale on it. If we go out on this side and cross the road to the same general area on that side, it's the least amount of jumping up over from the dirt onto the asphalt on both sides. I walked it to see that that was true. Honestly, it's going to be pretty scary just because of the amount of traffic. And it's traveling at 55 miles an hour plus. So that's a little dicey, but it'll be okay. We'll just take our time and wait as long as we have to. Sorry. I was going to do that. Thank you. Yeah, I should have been looking up more instead of looking at the screen to see what you guys are seeing. Oops, my bad. And we have not yet clicked over to 30 miles. So I guess we'll just keep going for a little bit. Can't take too much longer. Unless it had just clicked over to 29 when I noticed it, but whatevs. And I will say that I thought that there was no evidence of slime in the tube for the tire that deflated. That's not true. I did actually see evidence of it once we got the tube out, because that was what informed me as to where the hole was, because I could see the slime coming out. I just flipped around because I want to go through this little section right through here. And I'm just kind of riding around aimlessly at this point, waiting for it to click over. So we'll see. It may or it may not. I guess I could ride around in circles around this bush. Well, not yet. That's it. That's our video. Thank you so much for watching. Did you have a good time, Kit? Did you have a good time too? Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for